In the 1980s, the 3D world was a rudimentary terrain of green lines called vectors. The first game to use this technology was Atari's Battlezone.
Every other game at the time was kind of like side-shuffling 2D game like Pac-Man, where you're just kind of moving and you looked from above the game, so to speak, kind of like looking at a mouse in a maze. This game, you were in the point of view of the person shooting.
In a lot of ways, it introduced the first-person shooter.
The game had many admirers, including the U.S. Army.
Delegates from the Army go to Atari saying, we're really into this Battlezone game. Could you create a prototype as a way to use this as an actual training device for a new kind of vehicle that eventually would become the Bradley Armored Infantry Vehicle?
It was perceived by the military as being important.
They recognized that what Battlezone was and what video games were was that they're not simply toys, that because they're models, the same model that is an entertainment can be modified and used to teach things.
This was the first in a long line of collaborations between the private game industry and the U.S. military.
Morning, soldier.